It is 2:20 in the morning, and this is what I wake up to. I keep saying, dude, it's like I get so to the point where it's just like, Sam, put your hands at 10 and 2 and look at the road, and I'll fall back asleep. So, anyway, good morning. It's way too early to be up, but somehow I'm up. So, what I'm gonna do is, since you can't see me, I'm gonna either try to go back to sleep or I'm gonna start reading the book. I already got one 24 ounces container down, so we're starting off on the right foot, but I gotta try to get back to sleep. So, we're going to try to just read a couple pages of the book. I'm not going out at this time for a walk. So we'll try something. But hopefully I can fall back asleep. Hopefully. If not, I'm going to be watching Sam Sulik. My life. This is my life, folks. Alright guys, so it is 4:21 in the morning. I'm not getting back to sleep. I don't think I will. But here's the thing. We're 48 ounces down. We have two of the... I made the mistake of going to bed kind of early. Last night, I stopped eating at 6 for some reason. So I started my fast early. And yeah, it's not going to be a good day. I mean, I'm not hungry. I am thirsty, not hungry. Read my 10 pages. I guess I could get up to do the photo, my progress photo, I guess, so we can knock that out. As you can probably imagine, that faraway star right there, not gonna come out great. Yep, Sam Sulik again. I'll talk to you when this light out. Alright, so I couldn't get back to bed, so we're just gonna get ready to get out of here and go for our walk. Time right now is 5:33, 5:32, something like that. Halfway done with this one, so this will make 72 ounces of water. Getting ready to take the progress picture right before I head out. So I want to talk about, we have these goals for 12 weeks. The changes you want to see in your body and your life in 12 weeks. So let's talk about what changes I want to see over the next year. Next year, I'm going to be graduating. I don't know if it's going to be right now. I'm a little bit off track. I was supposed to be graduating in the spring of next 2026. It looks like it might be either the summer semester or even December. But I am dedicated to graduating next year from UBC. So what I want to do is, by graduation time, I would like to be a 4X. Right now, I'm currently at a 5X. One of the ways that helped me get to a 5X was taking some of my old 7X shirts and throwing them in the garbage. Actually, no, that's not what I did first. First thing I did was I bought 5X shirts and then I threw away the receipt. That way, I had to do it, or I was going to be wasting money. Now, of course, if you're lazy, you're going to find a way to not do it. You're going to find a way to just sell the shirts called Life, which I think is lazy. So what I'm doing is I'm buying a bunch of UBC 4X shirts with the they don't, they have a bunch of 3X, they don't have a bunch of 4X. So anything they do have in 4X, I'm buying it. Same with the University of Alaska Anchorage. If they have any 4X shirts, I'm buying them. And, you know, as I get down into the 4X territory, some of these 5Xs can start go. Actually, I always keep one or two as a workout shirt, good night shirt, you know, like something you kind of like, if someone came to the door at 3 in the morning, you know, like the police or something came to the door at 3 in the morning, you throw this shirt on. Or if you're getting ready to go for a walk, you throw this shirt on, something like that, you know. Or just lounging around the house, you throw something like this on. You don't dirty up any of my other shirts for that stuff. But, you know, as we get closer, if those start to fit, then certain shirts go first. I know this one is definitely gone for sure. I did the same thing with the 7X shirts as well. As I got down, some of the old ones really started to go, like the ones with like holes in it. I think I had one where like this entire part was like ripped out, and I did take the sleeve off. I took both sleeves off. I ain't had nothing to show, but I did it anyway because, you know, but it was time for it to go, so it went. I had another one, a gray one I loved that shirt, but time to go. Nice workout shirts though. You know, and another one is the one in becoming more confident. I like to get married again. Marriage is fun if you have the right partner. Marriage is a partnership. And let me say this before anyone gets this twisted. I wasn't the world's best husband, okay? I wasn't a piece of shit. I wasn't the best husband. I could have been more attentive. I could have been a little bit more patient. I could have been a little bit more of a guiding light, not a, you know, battle ram. So those are things you learn. And when you learn that, you can apply it better. I still don't take no shit though, so don't fuck with me like that. But part of being more confident means you got to put yourself back out there, which means you got to get rejected. You reject me, I'm telling my little sister, can you fight with it? No, I'm joking. So, and I guess part of being more confident is putting yourself on YouTube, again, face to face, you know, not hiding behind games, masks, other people's videos. You know, I respect a lot of people for being able to do it. He's one, you know, I think his name is Herbim. He's a cool dude. Shea Butter, very cool. If you could put yourself face to face with people and accept criticism, whether constructive or destructive, you're winning. You're winning. So anyway, Sam Sulek is playing again because, well, look, listen. One day, I'm gonna set this camera up on this damn device, and I'm gonna put in the most random thing in the world. I guarantee you, within 5 videos, we're gonna be watching Sam Sulek in somewhere talking. This has really become a Sam Sulek appreciation channel. This is what this has become. This isn't Brandon Broker anymore. This is now, how many times can we wake up watching Sam Sulek? Anyway, I took the Lipo Black. It's more just energy than anything, just to get me going. And once that kicks in, it should be another 10 minutes. We're gonna start this walk. It's gonna be 6 a.m. and yeah, I'm gonna be the only one out there. But you know what? Here's the thing: you get done earlier, you can relax earlier. I can take a shower earlier. You know, meal is already prepped, so we're good on that. Okay, so we still got a little bit of time before we leave out. I want to talk about this book for a second. And I want everyone to understand this book was written at a time. You know, we knew a lot about the human body, but we didn't know everything about the human body. And as more things have come out, we now understand how the human body works even more. So while there is a lot of great advice in this book, I want people to understand certain things. Everybody's body is different, okay? My body and your body are not the same. Example, me and Brian Shaw are about the same weight, but not the same height. Our bodies aren't the same. I think me and Eddie Hall are the same height and almost the same weight, but we're not the same composition. We're not the same. So if there's somebody on YouTube who's doing something and you like it, don't try to copy it completely, because it's like this. If I ate like Brian Shaw, I would look like old Brian Shaw. There's my alarm. But so in the book, it pretty much tells you a lot of good stuff. Like, for example, tells you to plan your grocery shopping, and a good tip it. Hold on. It's 05:45. Do you know where your kids are? Someone's kid is right here telling you to plan your groceries trip, okay? Plan it for your free day, but make sure you already ate. That way, when you go into the grocery store, you're not tempted to buy a bunch of junk, okay? Another thing is stay around the perimeter, okay? That's where your meats, your veggies are. Now, I do go into the frozen section because, look, to me, I don't care what Gordon Ramsay says. I love frozen veggies. You know, if I'm traveling, I'm going to get the frozen meats that's already been cooked. Yeah, I know you really don't want that stuff, but you know what? If you're traveling and you need to get it, get it. Protein shakes in place of meals. Like I say, I only eat for 4 hours a day. So I do have a protein shake every once in a while. During that time, I used to have a protein shake at the end, like at 7:45. I'll have a protein shake at that point. Sometimes 1 scoop, sometimes 2 scoops. Now I'll have a Greek yogurt. I know we're coming into a season where Ghost is going to be bringing back the coconut ice cream flavor. So I'm going to get the key lime Greek yogurt and mix that in. So it also talks about, now this is going to be the controversial one. The book says to give yourself 1 free day a week, and you could choose whatever day that is to be free. It's the day he doesn't want you to eat on the plan. You know, like if you want a pizza, you can have. If you want whatever you want, you can have. Now, I do agree with that, because it does remind you, hey, remember how you felt sluggish, remember how you felt slow, remember this, remember that. But on 75 Hard, you're not supposed to have a cheat meal or a cheat day. Here's how I feel about that. You can have whatever you want as long as you cook it at home. So if I wanted, like when I wanted fried chicken, I couldn't go to Popeyes and get it. That's a cheat meal. But if I walked to the store, grabbed the chicken, brought it home, and made it myself, now I could use a different flour, which means I could use a less calorie flour. I could use a different type of oil, which means I can control how much oil is in that pan. So, now, one of these days, I don't know how to fry chicken, so I had to call my neighbor to come over. So, still not a cheat meal, because I still had to go do everything myself. But if you're not on 75 Hard and you want a cheat meal, and it's a free day, go do it. Now, the way I use free days is more of if I'm not going to get home in time. Like if I'm not going to get home between 4 and 8, and I know I'm not going to be home, because I don't want to eat at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, and I don't want to eat earlier in the day, because I still don't want to be hungry when I go to bed. So it's days like that where if I gotta pick something else up, like if I gotta go pick up a salad from Wendy's, and it's like I said, that strawberry pecan grilled chicken salad, hey, go grab that and add 2 extra grilled chicken patties on that. Is that the healthiest? No. But does it give me my proteins, my fats, and my carbs? Yes. Does it keep me under my calories? Yes. That's what you want. Now, like I said, I do plan while I'm on this to go to Phoenix. And Phoenix has a restaurant called El Pollo Loco. For those of you who don't know what El Pollo Loco is, think Popeyes, but grilled chicken. Not cooked in oil, not cooked in fat. Actually, it's like a citrus lime. I think it's like a lemon lime orange marinade they marinated in, like actual lemon juice, not orange juice. I think it's like lemon lime juice concentrate with like a bunch of cilantro, lime, stuff like that. And then they'll grill it. They actually do grill the chicken. And you can pick your sides. They have like a salad that's like, they have a side salad. It's huge. And I think it's like 120 calories. Okay. Shred some thigh meat on there. Shred some thigh meat on it. You got a meal right there. Okay. Now, can I use that for meal prep that week? Yes. Yes. Especially I'm going to be there for 4 days. So you think, you have a salad, you have the side salad. If you have a low calorie dressing, even better. They do have corn, which I can have. And I know that there's I think it's called Nature's Way down there, but I don't think I'll be down there in time to get their delivery. So that's going to be a hard one. So once again, that's when I'll use some free days. Other than that, when I'm home, I'm going to stick to the plan, and I'll bank those free days for when I absolutely need them. When I'm at home, I don't need free days. When I'm out is when I'll probably need them. If I can't get home in time, then I'll need them. If something comes up where it's like somebody's funeral, wedding, something like that, I'll still try to stick to what I can. Like, for example, if I go to someone's wedding and they're having ceviche is on the list because it's pretty much just seafood with pico de gallo. So you can stay on plan. Don't have the cake. If you do have some cake, do yourself a favor. Just take a bite, give the rest of it away. No alcohol. I'm done with alcohol, except for New Year's and my birthday and Christmas. Here's a good one. He wants you to eat 6 times a day. I'm not eating 6 times a day, folks. The thing that I found about myself, I found this out about me. The more I eat, the more I want to eat. So if I keep eating through the day, I'm going to look forward to another meal. That's just the way I am, But it could also be I was eating a bunch of junk too. So if I'm eating Popeyes twice a day, and yes, I was, then I'm going to want Popeyes twice a day. So we have to eliminate some of those meals. So that's why from 4 to 8, when my brain sees 7:45, it doesn't automatically go to, okay, just put a bunch of food on a plate and do this. No, it's have your protein shake or have your yogurt with a scoop of protein in it. I'm going to get a Ninja Creamy and a bunch of flavors, and we're going to make a bunch of ice cream. So I could have that on those last 15 minutes. I do have the brownie mix. I didn't make it yesterday, so we're going to make that tomorrow. Actually, no, we're going to make that today. Sorry. Geesh. This is what happens when you wake up too damn early. I do believe that sometimes protein shakes can take the place of a meal, but it shouldn't be an everyday thing. That should not be an everyday thing. It should be like an in-between meals or to end your day. So the whole Slim Fast thing, Slim Fast shakes are actually not that bad. But the Slim Fast program is bad because, yes, you're going to lose a lot of weight because you're replacing 2 meals with a 200 calorie shake. And then sensible dinner. What's a sensible dinner to you? What is a sensible dinner? That's why things like, for me, when I look at things like the Dr. Now plan, where he has you eating 1,200 calories, yeah, it works in the short term, but it doesn't address the problem. And overeating is not the problem. Technically, we are overeaters. Well, technically, we're not overeaters. Technically, the way it used to be is we had to go catch our food. Now, if I push a button on this phone right now, or on that phone, or on my tablet, or even on this Echo Amazon thing, I can order food to my house right now. I can order any food I want. Instead of going to hunt to get it, which we had to do. And, that expended calories. Cutting it up expended calories. Hell, me talking to you, breathing right now is expending calories. Right now, we are overfed and undernourished. That's the problem. So, I don't know what the point was. It is way too damn early in this video. This part is 11:42 minutes long. I have no clue what the fuck I just said to you guys. I'm so sorry. But there is a part of it that I want to talk about. And this is the part where I want to say this book is a product of its time. Yeah, he has a lot of great meal ideas. Like, for example, baked turkey and cranberry sauce, which does sound good. Grilled chicken soup sounds good. Grilled salmon and potato sounds good. But I think this was in a day and time before 2025, which it was. This book is almost 30 years old, where now we have meal prep companies that's just shipping out all your meals, like Factor, like Mega Fit meals, like Flex Pro meals. Flex Pro is so good. Midwest meals, Muscle Maker Grill, which Muscle Maker Grill, if you're watching this, please put another one in the Tacoma, Seattle area. Please. There was one in Rio Grande Valley in Texas. I think it was called Fit the Fork. They have a 0-calorie sweet tea that is so good. And if you did not know that was 0 calorie, you would think you were just drinking 600 calories because it was so good. And the food was great too. Nature's Way in Phoenix. There's two in Portland. I forget their name. I think it's also called Fit the Fork, but a different company. Nowadays, there's so many of these places that will ship you all your food and you just pop it in the microwave. Or these days, meal prep has become more popular, where people make all their meals during the week. And now I do understand sometimes you may not want to eat the same thing, but I love eating the same thing. Anyone can tell you, I will make a 10-pound pork shoulder, slice all that up, eat the same thing for a week. Pork shoulder and mashed potatoes, pork shoulder and macaroni shells, pork shoulder and sweet potato. And when the pork shoulder gets to like this much meat in the bone, put that bone and that rest of that meat in a pot of black beans, two bags of black beans, and then scoop that over either yellow rice, brown rice, white rice, with a slice of cornbread. Guess what? There goes another week and a half worth of meals, maybe 2 weeks worth of meals, depending. I don't mind. Now I know other people do mind, but I don't mind. Jesus Christ, you guys are still watching this. You guys are troopers. If whoever's watching this, put a middle finger in the comments. If you watch this far, put a middle finger in the comments, because Jesus Christ, I know y'all are about to hate me. I don't even think this is the the thermogenic. I think this is just natural energy. Healthy, high nutrient meals do not have to be bland and boring. I think where this one comes from is everyone on YouTube with the chicken, broccoli, and rice. And, oh, you can't use any seasoning. Fuck you. I'm using seasoning, damn it. Okay? We're not just using salt and pepper. We're using the garlic pepper. We're using the lemon pepper. No, we're using garlic, salt, lemon pepper. Okay? We're going to marinate stuff. We're going to put that chicken thigh in mojo. If you don't know nothing about no mojo, sit your ass down. Okay? Mojo is good. Grill the meat or roast it. You know, put your chicken thighs on like a rack on the thing, and then roast it like that. Good. Now, I like the fat because, like I say, I'm only eating one big meal, so I need the fat and the protein to really fill me up. The carbs is just there to take up space on the plate. But anyway, oh, this is one. Protein shakes can feed the muscle while starving fat. Your body doesn't burn fat as fast as you think it is. Like the second you stop eating, it's not going to start eating your muscles, okay? You got a little bit of time. You got to go hungry for days and 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 weeks before you start eating up your muscle. So that kind of does make me feel like maybe I'm tripping. But once again, we're still going to get a DEXA scan to make sure. Once I can get back to the gym, we are going to... What am I fucking rambling about? Jesus Christ. We're not watching no more Sam Sulek because I feel like I'm doing the Sam Sulek right now. Oh, progress reports. This is the last one, and we're going to get the hell up out of here because I think it's about time. This man has progress report after progress report after progress report about everything. The way he eats, the way he trains, everything. You know, he has grocery list progress reports, and it pretty much asks you to write down what you think you're going to do and write down what you actually do, and then compare them at the end. You know, if you're making progress, you'll see why. If you're not making progress, you'll see what you need to work on. I don't have access to a printer, and he didn't make it to where, like I said, this book was written 30 years ago. He doesn't have it in PDF form. He might. I'll look. But progress reports will show you what you're doing right, what you're doing wrong. If you're getting off track, you know, you'll see why. But here's the thing about the progress reports. You got to be honest with yourself. Are you, it's kind of like MyFitnessPal. Are you really eating what you say you're eating, or are you skipping things to make yourself look good or look better to certain people? If you're not eating that way, it's going to show, okay? When you're not losing but you're gaining, it's going to show. If your muscles, if your strength isn't there but you're gaining, it's going to show. So be honest with yourself. Are you really going as hard as you say you are, or are you just lapsadaisical, just pushing or just walking along? I'll admit, most times I'm just walking along. You know, about 1 hour out of my walks, I'm really, really hitting it hard. The rest of it, I'm just out there taking up time. But that's not such a bad thing, because they do say lower intensity to moderate intensity burns fat, high intensity burns carbs. So we want to burn fat, so moderate. So like I say, about an hour and a half are the moderate intensity. The rest of it is just me just lollygagging on my phone, just playing around. You know, sometimes I'll take a 30-minute sit down break. But anyway, we're done with this because I almost had you here for 20 minutes talking. We got the book done. We got 72 ounces of water done. I'll talk to you when I'm on the track. It's me again, and we're going to talk again. And what we're going to talk about is 2 words. And we're going to differentiate between these words: motivation and discipline. I think people get these 2 words very mixed up.
I was, every day, I don't walk this same path every single day, but I walk every single day. And one of the ladies who sees me just told me, boy, you got a lot of motivation on your side. And I had to tell her it's more discipline than it is motivation, because you're not always going to be motivated every single day. There's going to be more days than not. You're going to, like yesterday when it was raining, you're going to lay in that bed, you're going to look outside, you're not going to want to come out. There's going to be days where my feet hurt. There was days where that little back tendon that connects your heel to the rest of your leg was sore as fuck, hurting like hell. Okay, average pace is 19 minutes, 30 seconds. So we're good. But I knew I had to come out here. And it's funny, there's a funny story is, I used to give this speech at one of my old companies. And I talked about discipline, and I asked, who knows what discipline actually means? I pointed to one guy. Hold on. We got pennies on the ground. Retirement fund. We got 2 pennies. So I asked, who knows what the word discipline means? And I just pointed to a random guy. And he said, discipline means doing what's right when nobody's watching. Instant, where'd you go to boot camp, kid? East or west? He said East Coast. Absolutely disgusting. But he's right. Kind of. Discipline is doing what's right when nobody else is watching. Discipline is doing what's right without anyone else having to tell you to do it. Nobody should have to tell you, hey, get off your ass, turn that TV off, get off YouTube, and go work out. Nobody should have to tell you, hey, eat right. Nobody should have to tell you, get up and go to work. That's part of being a fucking adult, is nobody should have to tell you to do these things that you already deep down know you should be doing. I said it in a video years ago. Go look for it. This isn't a temporary thing. Motivation is very temporary. Discipline can be forever if you choose for it to be forever. If you choose for it to be temporary, it's going to be temporary. And like I say, you're going to go right back. Don't think about this as anything other than a lifestyle shift. If you think of it as a lifestyle shift, if you think of it as, hey, you can have what you want, but just in some moderation, then you will forever have what you want. If you look at it as just a temporary thing, you're only going to have it for a few days, a few weeks, a few months. And when that little motivation is gone, you're going to lose it. Let's get back to this walk.
All right, so made it back. I stayed out way longer than those laps I said I was going to do. Right now we are at. Right now we're at 15,199 steps. Actually, I got 88 ounces of water at this point. Just did my picture, day 5 picture. Just show you I took it. And I feel lighter. I just don't feel like I look lighter. Don't know why. Have no clue why. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go take a shower because I smell. Hold on one second. Sorry about that. So we can't eat till 4, so that one's out the table. 1 gallon of water. We're kind of closing in on that one. And workout 2. Time right now is 9:30, so we can't do anything till 12:30. So I'm gonna take a shower, go get something to drink. Well, I got stuff to drink. Take a shower, grab some more water. Probably do something. If I don't do something outside, I'm gonna take a nap because I feel good, but I could use a nap. We all could. Probably that's the reason why I couldn't sleep last night. Anyway.
I guess somewhat easier.
Okay, I lied. We're just gonna sit here and watch Lean Beef Patty for a while. Don't ask me why, folks.
Little band here.
But I'm almost guaranteeing you, I'm gonna go take a shower. And I already know who's gonna be on. Already know. Let's go take a shower.
So I've got 3 gyms.
Told you. Fucking told you.
But I haven't
Just told you.
that other one.
Always Sam fucking Sulik.
But I've got
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna sit here and watch. We're gonna sit here and watch them. Fine. Universe, you win. I'll watch. I will watch. I'll watch. Fine. Okay, so this is just a rant right here. I just want to rant for a second. Just give me 1 second to rant. Okay. I told you in another video, I got a homeboy. Name is Mike. Unfortunately, he passed away in March. And I didn't find out till April. He was a good dude. Like a brother to me. Like a real brother to me. You know, he was more of a sibling than my 2 older sisters ever been. But I just want to say something real quick, Mike. I know you're not watching. I know you're looking from up above. I hear your voice when I'm walking. I really do. I hear you. I hear you pushing me. I hear you telling me, go 1 more lap. Go 1 more lap. Brandon, go 2 more laps. Brandon, you got this. I hear you. I hear you. I really do. And I know every time I do those 1 or 2 laps, you're sending them thick ass girls past me in that Gymshark or in that, generic ass, scrunch butt outfit. I know that's you. You the man. But motherfucker, could you tell one of them to stop and actually talk? I'm not doing that shit. I'm not talking to nobody. I'm not going to be on no Joey Swole is not going to be in a video talking about, he's not a creep, because I am, okay? But that's not the point. That's not the point. Joey, just Mike. Just tell them to stop. Tell them to stop. Hey, would you like to walk with me? And, you might want to feed them some information in their ear, too, because I ain't going to say shit, okay? Do you want nieces and nephews? Do you? Tell them to stop, motherfucker. Still walking. Still getting those steps in. Still trying. Still out here. I think we're at about, I don't know how many steps we're at right now. We're just out here just shooting the shit. Getting time in. Getting the steps so I can at least get the 8,000. Like I said, I'm going to try to taper down. Yesterday I got 19,000, so I did go over what I wanted to go over. But today we're going to try to stick to the 15. Like I said, I know an extra 10,000 does a lot for weight loss, but at this point, not knowing which it is, muscle or fat, I want to kind of reduce the chances. Now I know, once again, I do eat some protein, so I know it's not all going from muscle, but gotta slow that muscle down until I can get back to the gym. It's funny, I keep thinking about that, what I just said earlier about discipline versus motivation. And it's one of them things where that was drilled into my head at boot camp. And it's just always drilled into you. You know what you should be doing, so do it. Find ways to stick to things. Find ways that hold you accountable. Like, for example, buying a bunch of 4X shirts and then throwing away the receipts. Like I did when I said I wanted to get the 5X. buy a bunch of 5X shirts, throw away the receipts. Don't allow exchanges. Meal prepping all your meals already during the week. Now, like I say, if something happens and you just can't make it home in time, and you thought you were going to make it home, that's a little different. That's way different. Hey man, I'm shooting a video here. What are you doing? But, you know, sometimes, hey, if you do got to take your meal with you. Now, because I do put a little bit of cheese and dairy in mine, I don't want that to go bad. So that's not one I take out of the house with me. But, you know, it's knowing that it's in the house, it's right there. All I gotta do is warm it up, take my shower, boom, I'm done. I got my meal. You know, having everything you need at home. Throwing away all the stuff you know. Because you know, we all know, me and you both know, if it's in your house, you're gonna eat it. Oreos. Now, me, bro, I'm literally trying to make a video here. Me, I know, if I have Oreos in the house, I'm going to eat the whole sleeve. So it's knowing to get that stuff out the house and in the trash can. Maybe you are a person that can have them and not eat them. Me, brownies, I've somehow been doing very well because I still got 2 left from the last batch I made like 2.5, 3 weeks ago. I still got 2 left, so I'm getting better at that, but whew. Sometimes you got to find the external reasons, or as I like to call it, positive external pressure. That could be a deadline you got to hit for something. Example, like if I say I want to do a wrestling camp, the only way to do that is I got to get the weight. And the best way to get the weight is make the deposit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick when I want to do it. And I'm going to put the deposit down. And if I don't make the weight, they keep the deposit. That's going to push me to get done what I got to get done, which is get the 285. Because that's the highest weight. I think that's the highest weight you can wrestle at. I think you could train higher than that, but you can wrestle. You have to be under for USA Wrestling and United World Wrestling, which I'm only a member of USA Wrestling. You gotta be 285. So, gonna get this lap done. Then we got 3 more laps, and then we're gonna call it a walk. So, I usually get Fit Butters, but I just need some quick peanut butter for a few days until I can place an order and it comes in. So, I just went ahead and got some of this from the dollar store. Macros are pretty trash. Everything is pretty trash on it. But you know what? Here's the thing. It's peanut butter. I just need some quick shit. Actually, that's not bad at all. Per 2 tablespoons. Yeah, that's not too bad. Listen. Is this my Fit Butters? No. But it's peanut butter. And I needed it. So shut the hell up.
Just because it's kind of everything's ground up together.
Always Sam Sulik. So we're just going to sit here and watch, and I'm going to admit those sandwiches look like they busting for real. So maybe he's on to something. Maybe I do need to watch more Sam Sulik, because those sandwiches do look good. They really do. Go on, do your thing, bro. I ain't see you put no cheese on that, but you know what? That's fine. You hit your macros, man. Do what you got to do. Hope you ain't, if you did put cheese on it, I missed it, but that's cool. Whatever. Fine.
Okay, so change the scenery. Anyway, it's time to break the fast. I did my second workout. Somehow I got pulled into a pickup game of basketball, and I found out today that I am not Michael Jordan. I did not know I was Michael Jordan. No, I'm joking. Anyway, enough of this sad talk. Got more of the rotisserie, well, not really rotisserie chicken, roasted chicken. I took in a little bit more of the whatever you want to call these things, macaroni shells. 1 tablespoon of sriracha, a little bit of lemon juice, and some, what do you call that? Ranch seasoning. 0 calories, don't worry. And there's something I want to talk about real quick, but I'm going to eat first. Then, it's funny how when you change scenery, you look a lot better, huh? Angles. I'm sitting here watching My 600-Pound Life, and something I wanted to talk about was the moment that people decide they want to change. Because you watch this show and people come on here and they want weight loss surgery. I think everyone comes on thinking that weight loss surgery is they come on the show, they get weight loss surgery. That's not how it happens. I've never been up for weight loss surgery, so I've been for 70 though. So there's that. Everyone comes to their moment of when they want to make a change in life, whether it's they want to lose weight, gain muscle, trim the dad bod, trim the mom bod, whatever the hell. Mine was I flew on a plane and I could not get the seatbelt without a seatbelt extender. And it is kind of embarrassing, just a little bit. So I said I didn't want that no more. Now it's bad enough that I kind of have to scrunch into a seat. I could fit into the seat, but when there's people next to me, I don't want to scrunch, be spread out. I don't have to take 2 seats, so that's always a good thing. But you come to your moment when you come to your moment. So you can't shame somebody into it. You can't offer them enough money to do it. It has to be when they're ready for it. So for anyone that understands what I'm saying, you can't shame somebody into it. You can't put them on blast. You can't go up to them and start yelling and trying to shame them into it. They have to feel it themselves. They have to come to that aha moment. Like Sal, I think he said that someone asked him, I need you not to die. And that was his moment. Mine was pretty much on the airplane, on a Alaska airplane. And after I moved to Alaska, that's when it happened. I got into real estate, needed to make a better change in life, and I did it. Of course, I went up, I went down. I went back up, came back down. Let's stay down this time. That's what we need to do. But anyway, gonna finish up this show. Pretty good show. I love My 600-Pound Life. This is a very good show. But gonna finish that. Probably have another half serving of chicken. I need a little bit more chicken. Then I'll wrap up when it's time for dessert. It's gonna be a good dessert. All right, so I'm sitting here watching My 600-Pound Life, and this dude is giving this girl the business. She's actually a very pretty girl. She actually is a very pretty girl. I don't care how big she is. But, so I had some stuff I need to clean out of the refrigerator. So that's what this is. This is a half piece of chicken from 1, 2, 3 times before I made this batch of chicken. Don't. Some mashed potatoes with 2 teaspoons of sriracha. That's 10 calories. So altogether, I've probably had 35, 40 calories of sriracha today. And I threw some onions in there just cause. I need a little bit of a crunch. Alright, end of the day, I'm done with everything. All the water's in, both workouts are in. 10 pages are read, so got dessert. It's kind of dark, so don't worry. Got my brownie right here. By the way, when I make brownies, I don't put oil in them. I put applesauce in them, which drastically reduces the calories. 2 tablespoons of water and an egg. But that's not the real dessert. The real dessert is peanut butter jelly sandwich with the crunchy peanut butter. Now, I usually use Fit Butters, but I don't have Fit Butters right now. It's going to take a little bit to get. So we had to go to the dollar store. Look, I'm Team Fit Butters. I've been Team Fit Butters since day one. Day one ish. But you know what? It's gonna take a little bit to get here. Fine. Anyway, it was a good day. I feel great. I have a lot of energy. I'm gonna go back to 20 and 4. We're not gonna try that. 22 and 2 again. I mean, it was cool. I wasn't hungry much, but no, we're not gonna do that ever again. So it was a good day. I enjoyed it. Definitely not gonna play basketball again because I suck at it, and definitely not gonna put it on here so y'all can see, because y'all ain't gonna roast me. Oh hell no! I gotta go out in public. Yeah, a black guy can't play basketball. No. We ain't doing that one. No. My name ain't Johnny Shreve. Anyway, let me leave you with something before I get off of here. Fighting the burning urge to weigh myself. I want to stick to the schedule, but something is telling me to weigh myself. I'm chasing health and longevity, not a number on the scale. And I know if I start to obsess over a number, it will open a domino effect that will lead to unhealthy eating and other habits. And that's important because we're not chasing a number. We're not chasing any number. We're chasing feeling better every day, which I do. We're chasing feeling more confident every day, which I'm working on. We're chasing a life that I've always wanted, which is going to take a little bit more time. Come off of seizure protocol, come off of slip and fall protocol, get the vertigo under control, then we can get back to life. So it's going to take a little time, but we're working towards it every single day. I feel better every single day. And just getting reintegrated back into life. So I feel like that's the biggest thing we're chasing is less physical health and more mental health. So if you're watching this, all three of you cool people watching this, I want you all to take care of yourselves, and I want you to remind yourself of two things. You are worthy of the life that you want to have. You're worthy of that. I don't care what you've done in the past. I don't care what you did yesterday that makes you think you're not worthy of it. You are very worthy of it. And number two, as long as you're on this side of the ground, you have another chance to make the life you want to have. The only time you never have another chance is when you're down there. Make the best of your todays. Make the best of every moment, because at any moment it could be the final one, and you got to ask yourself, did you do everything you could? Learn from King Louis Henry, the whatever. He got off his deathbed and led one more crusade. Every day, lead one more crusade. See you tomorrow.